We're back again. Did you miss me? Another episode of Financially Free with Money MD. And today our topic is going to be savings. So, how do you guys feel about savings? Do you save? Do you intentionally save? Is it easy for you to do? Do you make excuses as to why you can't save? Is there always something coming up? One thing that I want to admonish you to do is to always pay yourself first. Who's more important than you? You know, a lot of us save maybe through our qualified plans at work. We may have a certain amount of money going out of our check each month or each week or each pay period to our 401k, or we put money in an IRA or some other type of investment vehicle. So we do save in that regard. But let's talk about an additional way that you can save. And over time, it begins to add up. One of the things that I had a client of mine doing is saving 10% of her money. Everything that she got, I told her, put 10% away. And this is what she decides to keep it in. Nice little Chanel box. So it began to be out of sight, out of mind. You know, she was in a relationship, so she had somebody who helped her monitor that. And that's something that you can do if you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, best friend, somebody that you trust who can help you and be a reminder to say, hey, cash me out. Where's that money? And they put it in a place. There's a lot of electronic savings companies that you can just transfer directly from your account into that account. And it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. I personally move 10% of all of my income on top of the other savings that I do in other vehicles into my savings account. Every time I get paid, that's the first thing that comes off, because most people just look at it as extra money after you pay your bills, after you pay everything, and then if something comes up, you know, we have to get into a situation where we maybe have to borrow, or we're paying ridiculous amounts of interest on our credit cards in order to fund something that could have been there had we just put a certain amount of our money away. And I'm telling you, trust me, you know, even people, you know, who put 10% away to their tithes, you know, to their church or charity, you won't miss the money. You know, you'll still be able to do the things that's what the magical thing about it is. You think, oh my goodness, after I pay all of my bills, after I do all of this, I have to put 10% away, which I recommend to do first before you start to pay your bills and before you start to do everything. And what happened with the client that was using the Chanel box, what she saw was she had a situation come up where she needed some money to fund some things that she had no way of remembering. And she was like, hey, it was an emergency. I have my savings. So she was amazed that she was able to still live her life and do all of the things that she was normally doing, paying all the bills, going out to eat, doing all of her, living her life basically, without that 10%. She never missed it. So much so that she forgot that it was even there. So that's what starts to happen, you know, or you can have a fund that you put 10% away in. Some people do it for a vacation fund or a shoe fund or a Vitamix fund, because we know those are like $500. So as a reward to yourself. And if you have children, teach your children. I have a little brother who is all about his money. He sells candy, Now and Laters. Remember Now and Laters? I don't know if he has banana. I've been asking for banana. That's my favorite flavor. But he buys the candy and everybody's like, hey, we want some candy. And he sells it. And he actually went, and my mom took him, and he got a student checking account. So I told him, make sure you put 10% of your money into your savings and don't touch it. Everything that you make. So when he got his card, he was so happy. And I said, did you put your money in your savings? He said, yeah. And I can't touch it. In his mind, he thinks that because it's in there, he can never touch it. So I don't want to tell him that he can go in and get it anytime he wants. But it's a good practice. He's 15. So it's a good practice for him right now. You know, as you start early, it doesn't matter how much, even as the numbers get larger and larger, put that 10% away and watch over time as it starts to grow and build. And then you can treat yourself, you know, keep it, like I said, you can keep it, you know, in a special place. If you have a special bank, under the mattress, a shoe box. A lot of guys like to keep their ones in their Jordan box. That's something that I knew a client to do as well. She would put all of her ones into a shoebox. So all of her ones and all of her change. So over time, that started to add up. You know, I'm not a person that really carries cash a lot, but if you carry cash, that will be something good for you to do. Put your ones into a box, put your change into a box, and maybe at the end of the year, add that up and see where you are and do something nice for yourself. We want to stay clear of debt. And one way that we're able to do that, the bad debt being the credit card debt and non-deductible debt, which is the credit card debt. I didn't term it that, but we call that in the financial industry cancerous debt, because that's debt that eats away at your finances. It eats away at your road to financial freedom. It eats away at the opportunity for you to grow and build. So we're going to pay ourselves first. We learn to check our credit report, and we're going to attack those student loans. If you guys need some help, write to me if you have any ideas, anything that any fun way that you like to save. And maybe you can make it fun, if you have a spouse or a girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, whatever you have, and see who can save the most money. Say we're going to save for 3 months, and whoever saves the most money wins, and whatever you win, make it fun. Don't go into debt trying to live and keep up with, I don't know who it is these days, the Joneses, the Combses, I don't know. But get you a box, something nice, put that 10% away, and write me back over time and let me know how that's been going for you, how it does. All right? Till next time, we are learning to be financially free with Money MD.